Welcome back to the Mysteries in Depth. In our last mission, Journey to Lankerfin, Connacht and his escorts survived an ambush on the way to Lankerfin to meet up with Emperor Leotrim. There is a short cutscene showing their conversation.
My Emperor.
Damas! Welcome back! I take it the wildlands were not too dangerous, eh?
Nothing we could not handle, my liege.
So, this must be the barbarian we've heard so much about. Connacht, is it?
Quite a savage, isn't he? He doesn't even know how to kneel.
I do not kneel to any man.
Such insolence!
Ha! I see the two of you will get along splendidly. I am Emperor Leotrim. Your new friend over here is called Majorin.
Imperial advisor and High Master of the Warlocks of Skolomance.
You have called me here. Speak your questions.
To the heart of things. That is a good quality in a leader.
Or a dangerous one.
It appears that your countrymen have fought against the Mercridia and beat them back. As far as I know, no civilized nation has ever won such a fight. So I ask you, how did you accomplish this?
You lose because you are fearful of them. They can smell it on you and they will kill you for it. When the devils stare into your eyes, show them only your rage and your hate. Make them know that it is they who should be fearful of you.
Reckless words, even for a savage.
My liege, I have seen the strength with which he fights. He has a discipline that is rarely seen, even in the ranks of the Heron Guard. I would gladly serve under his command.
Well spoke. Connacht, I am willing to give you command of a company of my finest soldiers. They will be yours to teach and lead into battle against our mutual enemies.
And in return?
In return? What would you have from us, then?
Your word. If Gower is ever in danger of being attacked by Moagim or any other, you will pledge to aid them. In return for this union, I will teach your men battle.
You do think highly of yourself. The aid of our armies for the teaching of one person? Why should we agree?
Because you seek victory.
Ha! Your offer is agreed to. The Cath-Bruig Empire will provide protection for the nation of Gower in return for your tutelage. Let us hope that you are even half as good as you believe you are.
My Emperor, I believe the troops would object to being led by such a disheveled and unkempt wild man.
You are right. You will need a civil appearance. Shave that face of hair and you can begin your training by the morrow.
My appearance is my own.
Still, you need to earn the respect of your men.
I will make them respect my command.
This obstinacy is intolerable.
Connacht, as a general in my army, you will have to obey my commands. So please shave and dress appropriately for your charge, will you?
I will do this, my Emperor.
I would imagine that MumboJumbo would have preferred to be able to spend some more time on this cutscene. As you can tell, the visuals and audio for the cutscene are not very good. Majorin is the Imperial advisor, and you can tell straight away that he doesn't respect Connacht one bit. Thankfully, the Emperor is more accepting of Connacht's lack of manners and is more willing to work out their differences. Majorin seems a bit prideful, and you will notice that when the Emperor introduces him, he adds on additional accolades trying to puff himself up. When the Emperor asks Connacht how they are able to defeat the Mercridia, he tells them that they lose because they fear them. He attacks the Mercridia with rage and hate. It really isn't surprising that Connacht views them this way, since he saw them kill his family and village. Damas backs up Connacht's credibility and is willing to serve under his command. It speaks a lot of Connacht's abilities that he has won Damas over to his side so quickly. Emperor Leotrim asks Connacht to train some of his soldiers. Connacht agrees on the condition that the Emperor will provide aid to the people of Gower if they become endangered to the Mercridia. Majarin points out that Gower is their enemies, and once again doesn't seem to respect the abilities Connacht has to offer. Connacht's proposal seems pretty reasonable though, considering that he will no longer be around to defend Gower, so he needs Lancrefin to aid them while he is away. The Emperor agrees to Connacht's proposal. It seems that Connacht won over the Emperor's respect thanks to the stories about his victories, and also likely because of Damas's validation of Connacht's abilities. Majarin rudely tells Connacht that the troops would not be led by someone with such an uncivil appearance, and that he must shave. Connacht quickly refuses, and as you can tell, he cares little of what Majarin thinks of him, as he has been rude to Connacht throughout the whole exchange. When the Emperor interjects though, Connacht agrees to shave his head. As you would expect, Connacht responds much better to the Emperor, who shows respect for him despite their cultural differences, and who is also much more reasonable toward him. Now that we explained that cutscene thoroughly, let's jump into the journal for this mission.
Connacht shaved his head entirely. While this complied with the Emperor's command, Connacht remained stubbornly defiant to his new liege. Yet, true to his word, Emperor Leitrim granted him charge of a company of Lancrefin soldiers 200 strong. For 3 long months, Connacht trained his men. Not a day went by that the company did not conduct their grueling exercises. When a soldier questioned why they trained on mental and physical conditioning over swordsmanship, Connacht merely uttered, "When you fear death, your sword becomes useless. When you fear nothing, the world fears you." During marching drills outside the city walls, a fellow company was surprised by a horde of Mercridia lurking about in the dusk. Panic-stricken, the company dropped arms and fled. Hearing their cries, Connacht and his company raced to their aid, laying into the Mercridia with fearless abandon. When the sword blows stopped falling, the field was littered with dead Mercridia, and not one of Connacht's men had fallen. The word of their achievement spread, and the so-called Devil Slayers were toasted by the Emperor at their imperial feast. By grant of the Emperor, the Avatara Enclave appointed one of their own as an observer to the Devil Slayers. His name was Myrddred. Freshly initiated into the ranks of Avatara, this was his first command. Young and frail, he hardly resembled the adept sword-wielding sorcerers of the Avatara. Yet, flowing within his feeble body were powers merely dreamt of by the most powerful of his order. Myrddred's astute assessment of battle strategy slowly earned him Connacht's respect. On the eve of Harvesttide, a scout returned from the Downs with grave information. He had witnessed a group of Mercridia far from their lairs, dragging fresh corpses into a pile. A strange-looking Mercridia approached the mass of bodies, making arcane gestures and growls. Then the bodies began to move once again, but this time with a will not of their own. Myrddred recognized that the necromancer must be a Mercridian Pack-Mage, a beast only rumored to exist in tales from ancient times. If the Mercridia were traveling in the open and had the ability to raise an army of thrall, they had to be found and destroyed before the full force of their army became ready. Connacht and his Devil Slayers were sent into the Downs to search for and slay the Pack-Mage.
From this point on, we will see Connacht with a shaved head thanks to the Emperor's request. This journal occurs just 4 months after the last mission, meaning that Connacht probably had a couple of months of training his units before their encounter with the Mercridia. It seems that his extreme focus on mental and physical conditioning is exactly what the forces of Lancrefin needed to be able to put up a stand against the Mercridia. I am sure Connacht, being such a fearless and skilled leader, had also inspired those under his command. His forces have already impressed the people, earning them the name Devil Slayers. Mildred the Avatara, who we all know will one day become the Deceiver, has been assigned as an observer for Connacht's forces. The journal tells us that Mildred is not known for his abilities with the sword like most of the Avatara. Instead, he has exceptional power flowing through his body. He also has exceptional battle strategies that we have seen from the Bungie Myth games. Although, as we know, his strategies can be a bit reckless. In this mission, we will be heading to the Eastern Downs to hunt down the new enemy unit in this mission called the Macridian Pack-Mage. We actually saw this unit in the first mission in the game, but he isn't always noticeable to new players in that mission, so I will tell you more about him here. The journal tells us that the beasts were only rumored to exist in tales from ancient times, which could obviously only be 1,000 years old at the oldest. The Pack-Mages have the ability to raise thrall. The manual tells us that the Pack-Mages are intelligent, bat-like leaders of the Macridian packs. They are tall and slender and are not physical specimens like the typical Macridia, but they do possess magical powers. They can shoot powerful bolts of lightning that can paralyze and kill foes, much like the Fetch in the Bungie Myth games. Few have been seen by humans, and few are thought to exist. They have the gift of powerful dream magic and have been taught the dream of one life. They raise the dead from the ground to do their bidding. We will be hunting this wicked beast to the grave. There are a couple of flavor texts for the Pack-Mage that tell us about how the Macridia came into the world of myth. In these flavor texts, I think the Eye of Light is more than likely the sun, since their world likely had no sun where they came from. The figure in black is likely the leveler Mogim who brought them into the world of myth. Our oldest tales tell of the time before, a world without the Eye of Light, where we hunted and killed where and when we pleased. Like a dream, the figure in black appeared to us. He told us of this new world of bountiful new prey to feed on. He bid us to join him. We followed the dream and thus came into the world. This is our legacy. The figure in black taught us the ways of strategy and magic. With his knowledge, we relearned how to hunt our new prey efficiently. We learned how to manipulate the flows of magic governing this world. We learned how to conquer. We will one day learn how to extinguish the Eye of Light. On that day, we will hunt freely. Our packs will feast upon the very marrow of the world. The new unit we will get in control in this mission are the Warriors of Langrifen. They can wield either battle axes or short swords along with a shield. They are basically the same as the warriors in the Bungie Myth games, although I really like their models in Myth 3 The Wolf Age. The lion symbol on their shields had a very nice touch. The Myth 3 manual tells us that the Warriors of Langrifen are bedecked in dresses of chainmail and they make up the majority of the Langrifen forces. Strangely, the manual tells us that they wield steel longswords and tower shields, and ignores the fact that they can also wield battle axes. They make excellent defensive units and can become a powerful attacking force in groups. Each soldier swears an oath to protect the Empire from its enemies with their life. They have a couple of flavor texts that we have not covered yet. The splendid city of Langrifen is the heart of the Cath-Bruig Empire, the pinnacle of human civilization and knowledge. For 1,000 years, the city's defenders have held its gates from siege and protected its citizens with religious fervor. The soldiers of Langrifen pledged their lives and their blades to the Emperor, the Cath-Bruig, and its peoples. Back to back, we fought the Legion and the dead pushing at us from all directions. Mind numbed and muscles burning, I almost longed for oblivion. Then, a sword blow shattered the corpse before me. Blinking in unbelief, I stared at the mailed warrior before me. Slaying another walking dead, he turned to me and said, "I'm with the 4th Division. We'll take it from here." Well, now that we got the new units covered and discussed the cutscene and the journal, we can jump into this mission. Track down and slay the Macridian Pack-Mage. Alright, so when you start this mission, these guys are blue, you can't control them, you gotta wait a minute. So we got these 2 warlocks. It's annoying because I want to start like presetting them, but you can't until you control them.
Yes.
So we'll save this real quick and get this going.
Got it. Got it.
There's these soulless,
Yes.
and they're
We're
kind of
on
a
it.
pain. It's kind of a pain to micromanage in this game. So these are just way to kill them.
Yes, sir. We're moving. Yes.
It's just to send your
Yes.
melee in.
We're on it. Let's get him. Let's get him. Yes, sir.
So we got those 2 dead. I mean, we
We're
don't want to
moving.
lose like tons and tons of health with the
Yes.
with the warriors and stuff, but so this group up here, what we want to do is we're actually gonna go north.
Got it.
I'm not exactly sure who all we have to fight. We might have to fight these soulless right there, but basically we want to get to the top right of the map. So I'm just gonna
Yes,
hug the
sir.
top
Yes.
top part of the map and
Yes,
see
sir.
how
We're
many
moving.
how many guys we have to kill. Looks like this is unpassable, meaning I think we got to take these soulless up here.
Let's get him.
So once again, we're just gonna send our melee in because it's a pain to micromanage in this game,
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're
especially
moving.
since you can't like hardly
Let's get
see.
'em.
Since
Let's get him.
Step aside.
Okay.
Step up. Stand
Yes, sir.
clear. Out
Okay.
of the way. Step
Got it.
aside.
Right.
Out of the
Yes.
way. Stand clear.
Got it. We're moving.
maybe this group wasn't as good.
Got it. We're moving. We're moving. Got it.
Okay, some of these soulless, when you walk by them, kind of get activated. I'm not sure if this group will.
Yes. Yes.
We're just
Yes.
gonna march along this north side. Oh, let's see, what do we got here? We got some whites.
By your
Yes.
command.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think these are some. Oh, we got some more soulless. We won't like bother them, but they're probably gonna come and attack us.
We're moving.
We'll see if we can get by them.
By your command.
Got it. Yes, sir.
I will. By your command.
Yes.
Stay along the north. Okay, they're not gonna bother us.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, we got to the river.
By
I know
your
some
command.
thrall are definitely
Yes,
gonna come
sir.
at us from the south. We're almost at the river crossing. The river crossing where we will be able to,
Yes.
which we need to cross to get to the Pack-Mage. All right, here's some thrall.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I found out you can edit the formations like I did in the Bungie myth games, but the problem is that like you have to, it's like you have to like have it be a plugin. You can't just edit the default one. Now these souls are coming.
I will.
Don't.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go get him. I'm gonna go kill these souls. There's some more souls. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Step aside.
Your order, sir.
Bloody move.
Sweet.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Come on, select the archers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
By your command.
We're moving. For the Emperor.
Let me shoot out some fire arrows. Come on, I told you to just shoot fire arrows, stupid game. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
I will.
Got it.
Needless to say, I did not do that perfectly, but I don't really care.
Yes.
I will.
Got
Sometimes
it.
I push
Got
the
it.
buttons quickly for the formations and the stuff, and it won't like select them and stuff like the game. There's just like little
Yes, sir. Yes,
little
sir.
quirks
Got it.
in the game
Got
that
it. Yes, sir.
if
Got
they
it.
would have fixed it, it would have
Yes.
made so much
Got it.
better with the controls
Yes.
and stuff. The controls just are really,
Yes.
really clunky.
Got it. We're moving.
Yes.
Got it.
By your command.
Got it.
Yes.
We're moving.
By your
We're moving. Got it. Yes, sir. We're
Okay,
moving.
there's a couple more soulless up here we gotta deal with, then we'll be done with these stupid soulless.
Got it.
Yes.
You gotta worry about this white that comes out of the water over here.
Got it. Step up. Out of the way.
I see them.
Got it.
I will.
I'm gonna have to push buttons multiple times just to select somebody.
We're moving.
Just really detracts from the experience.
Let's get him.
Let's just go ahead and send my melee in.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, now we get to fight the Pack-Mage. That's pretty close to done with this level. We just gotta kill the Pack-Mage. So we're just gonna position our units up here.
We're moving.
Got this all white behind us, which is gonna be a problem. So let's save it right here. And then we're gonna kill the white. Our infamous trick of turn around and shoot. Okay, so is anybody hurt? I'm just gonna heal everybody real quick. Because we're gonna rush this Pack-Mage with our melee. So let's talk about this Pack-Mage. So this Pack-Mage is gonna summon a bunch of Thrall, but the Thrall don't like have any armor or gear or anything. They have the same flavor text. They're the same units. It's just they don't have any equipment. So it's like he just summoned some corpses out of the ground. Basically, he starts right here. When we get so close, these Thrall will appear all around him, right? But after we kind of come close to him, he'll run over here, and then he'll summon guys again, and then he'll try to leave the mission this way. So if we come in from, you know, this direction or whatever, try to come right at him, he's going to run away and stuff. It's going to make it harder. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our warriors around this outside. We're going to try to hug these trees. And we're coming from the side. Now we don't want our forces. We want to keep them somewhat grouped together, because there is a group of Macridia.
Yes, sir. Got it. Got it. Got it.
The Macridia hunters. So there's the Macridia hunters. Actually, can we kill these Macridia hunters? If they can come in now?
Yes, sir.
No. Okay. I think they charge once the Macridia Pack-Mage summons everybody.
Yes.
So we're gonna come around here.
We're moving. Yes, sir. Yes.
So now they're coming. So we want to kind of group up right here, and then we want to fight these Macridia. So once we get rid of the Macridia,
we're moving.
we just can withdraw this combat and run away.
Sir. Yes. Yes,
it's kind of unfortunate. It's so hard to like target which specific unit and which unit you want. You can just keep an eye on these guys. These guys should be fine. But we're gonna come in and then we're gonna kill this Macridian Pack-Mage. He wants to run this way. We'll just go ahead and save it. We'll save it as a new one.
We're moving. Got it.
We can even kill some of these guys.
Yes, sir. Let's get him.
So he's trying to run away from us.
Okay.
Get him. So now he's dead. That's the mission. We could try to kill a bunch of these guys, get some extra kills on our guys, but I don't know, I'm not that worried about it.
With the death of the Pack-Mage, the Macridia fled their lairs for the safety of their vile swamps. In the den of the Pack-Mage itself, a large tome was found amidst the foul rubbish.
Yeah, so I was pretty careless with my warriors. My damage ratio's not that great because they took quite a bit of damage, but it's whatever. I don't care. Archers did the most damage. Warriors did quite a bit, and Huron Guards. The Warlocks actually didn't use that crazy much, so that's the mission. The windscreen tells us that the Macridia fled their lairs in the Downs and went to the Dire Marsh. The soldiers have found a large tomb within the Pack-Mage's lair, which we can see in the windscreen. We will learn more about this tomb in the next mission. The lost screen tells us that the Macridian Pack-Mage has escaped and thus wasted months of the troops' time who were chasing it. Little did they know that the true threat was gathering in the north, preparing to march an assault on Lancrofin itself. We will learn more about this threat in the journal for the next mission. Well, that's it for this mission. See you next time in Flight from the Dark, which features the Iron Trow and Ogres. I am thinking that mission will end up making a pretty cool video, but we will see how things end up. See you then.